guys. We're Michelle and Keely back with another episode of Holy Fans. So funny story. I don't know if you noticed in our very first episode, we said, welcome back to another episode of Holy Fans, because our intention was that to be our second episode. And we had our first one recorded and we just had all this technical difficulties. So we had a lot of technical difficulties. The sound was awful. I don't know if the video was great. There were shadows.
The video, it cut out like 10 minutes of the recording.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. It's like half of our story was gone.
Yeah. Yep.
So we had to re-record, and we're finally doing this.
So our first video posted was technically our second. So we said, welcome back to another. And I think everyone caught that.
We really were like, no one's going to notice.
Oh, they noticed.
Yeah. Whoops. So yeah, here we are. We're going to re-record it. But we wanted you to get to know us a little bit more about how we met, first of all, a little bit about us and how the idea of Holy Fans came about.
Yeah. So we met in university.
Yes.
We were in the same program. You were in it for a year or two?
Not even.
Not even like a year? A semester?
Basically one semester.
Okay, so God's cool.
Yeah.
Because the chances of you taking one semester and me having the degree, like what are the chances of us crossing paths?
True.
So we took a class. It was called Parent-Child Relationships.
Yep.
And I walk into this class early, and there is a lovely lady sitting front row right in front of the professor's desk. And never have I ever, once ever, wanted to sit front row in a lecture hall. And never have I ever wanted to sit right in front of the professor. Nor, it's like a social, what do you call that? Like a social faux pas, almost like a, like, you know, when you're on the bus and there's so many empty seats, like you don't go sit to the one person.
Right. Yeah. I don't know what that
whatever
word is.
That's called. You guys know what I mean. But here I am. I'm just like, I want to sit next to that girl. And there was like 20 empty desks or seats, and I just settled up right next to you.
Mm-hmm.
And the rest is history.
That's it.
That's what we wanted to say. Yeah, I just think that's so cool when we talk about this and we look back, knowing that, like, again, I never sit next to someone. I never sit front row. I never want to sit in front of the professor. And just knowing that, like, God's hand was at work then, and it's become the most beautiful friendship. He's, well, I guess we'll get to that too, but
yeah,
it's just really cool in hindsight, seeing God at work right in that moment.
Totally. Yeah. I mean, I'm so grateful that you sat beside me because I didn't know anyone in that class, and all the chairs were like, I don't know if you remember, but they were so squished together.
They were so tight.
You couldn't fit.
No.
Yeah. So it was a really cool class. It was very interesting. But yeah, I'm grateful for our friendship because I feel like it was like I knew I really liked you, and like you were super sweet and friendly, and I'm like, I don't know, just right away I'm like, I could see you like being friends with this person. But I feel like that friendship like really grew. I remember getting together a couple times outside of class, maybe coffee every once in a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, you keep telling it.
We've talked about this before. I don't know what year that was. Like, my best guess would have been 2016.
Yeah. I remember because I had just come back from backpacking Southeast Asia, and that was 2015.
Okay.
So, and I think it was the following semester. So yeah.
Okay.
2016, I'm pretty sure.
It's coming up. 10-year friendship.
Bro, we gotta celebrate.
Yeah. Maybe we should like do a trip somewhere or something.
That sounds nice.
So that was 2016. You obviously didn't continue with that education endeavor. And so we didn't touch base too much in university, but we kept seeing each other outside. I guess we were the kind of friends where it's like you get together once or twice a year and you kind of just like catch up and you pick up where you're left off. But we weren't super close. We weren't hanging out, every weekend.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. And I feel like it was during COVID. I think it was like 2020 and we weren't allowed, because you and I started going on walks outside.
Mm-hmm.
Am I missing something?
Yeah.
Okay.
There was, I also knew Michelle was a Christian, and at that point I was not. Go back to our testimonies.
Episode 1.
Yeah. And I just remember, you were a Christian. I was not, but I really respected you and your faith. And we would have conversations about it, I think. Like, you were pretty open about it. I mean, you were open about it. And I remember being, I had given my life in 2019.
So we did live a lot because I was at your baptism.
You were. So 2019, it was the summertime, like near the end of summer, I gave my life. And at that point, I wanted to church hop a little bit and figure it out. And I was going everywhere. And then I remember you went to this one church service. It was for basically a young adult service at Sunday nights. And I was too nervous to go by myself. And so you had picked me up and brought me to the church service. And it was just so nice because you live far. You live very far from me. But you basically came the opposite direction to pick me up and then bring me back to that church and then would drop me back off again afterwards.
I have no memory of that.
You don't?
No.
Okay. Well, I'm so grateful.
2 minds, that's why we need us both.
Exactly. I'll remind you. Never forget. But yeah, I mean, I was just really grateful for that. And I don't know if I was really set on that church, but I just remember it was comforting having a friend that would at least bring me. Because again, I was so new. Yeah, as COVID happened, we started getting together a lot more, again, because of my faith, our shared faith that we had now. And we went for lots of walks. And then, it just happened more and more. And we started getting closer and closer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then one day, you earned the title of best friend.
Yes.
Got a trophy on your mantle.
Michelle's best friend.
Yeah, it's really been a beautiful friendship.
Yeah, I'm extremely grateful.
Yeah.
There's been a lot. Yeah, you came to my baptism, which I remember it was, I think, May 31st, 2020.
That was your baptism?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's right. I knew your baptism was during COVID because it was not indoors.
It was beautiful. It was in this very private pool at this, sorry, I have to tell this, private pool in the middle of a campsite, but it was evacuated because of COVID, so no one was there, but I just got to bring some of the closest friends, the friends that have impacted my faith the most, and my one of my close friends' mom was the one that baptized me. So it was just such a special time to be surrounded by my best friends and in nature.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, I love nature. That's where I feel God the most. So yeah.
Should we jump into how this podcast came to be?
Yeah, because I don't know if there's really any other gaps to be filled. But I think we just got closer and closer and became
best friends.
Best friends.
It's not just a friendship, but it's there's difference between a normal friendship between two people and a godly friendship.
Yeah.
And I feel like you're like my sister. I don't know how to describe it. I don't know if other people feel that too, but there's just something so special about having a friend. When you're going through a hard time, most friends will be you can always talk to me. I wish you the best. My thoughts are with you. I'm always here for you. But when you have someone who sits with you and prays for you, the way that you have prayed over me, no one has ever done that in my life. And it's brought me so much peace, and God has healed me through those prayers. And yeah, I just think there's just something so special about having a godly sister, a sister in Christ is what I'm trying to say, I guess, and a godly friendship. It's just unlike anything else.
I know, I agree. And even just everything that I've gone through, when I fall or I'm just in my season, you just remind me of God's love, and that there's never judgment, but it's also not necessarily sit in the pit there with me. It's I'm sorry.
No, I'm not crying. I'm thinking about the love, the unconditional love in the tent.
I thought you were crying. That's the opposite.
Should you tell it?
Should I tell it?
Yeah, you should. No, like, actually, you should.
Oh, no. Yeah, Michelle has unconditional love for me. So, funny story. I am a recovering vegan. It's from my liberal days. I was a vegan for a very long time. And I'm slowly trying to transition to a cowboy's wife.
It'll come.
Oh my gosh. Cowboy does not want a vegan. Anyways, so this is so embarrassing. This is so TMI. So I have reintroduced dairy and everything back into my life. I'm still working on some of that area. It was around my birthday where we decided to go on a camping trip, and it was like I went all out. Like
With the dairy.
With the dairy.
Yeah.
Like ate so much, and I just said that like in my sleeping bag in the tent, like there might be an accident.
Yeah, she didn't know how her body was going to respond after years without dairy.
Like years.
So then indulging. Like we had all of the dips.
Nachos. There was a
nachos
beer
and
cheese
cheese.
dip.
Yep. Cream cheese. So you just didn't know how your body was going to.
Yeah, and I was like, you still love me.
And you're like, I understand if our friendship is over if I have an accident in the tent. And I'm like, why would our friendship be over? Like, my love is not conditional on you being able to control your bodily functions. Like, if you have an accident in the tent, I'm just going to help you clean it up. Like, we will.
That is a good friend.
And like, we will have fun stories to share. Like, our friendship will only grow stronger.
So thank you for that.
Yeah. I guess Kaylee was just shocked that someone could still love her, even if an accident did occur. And it did not. She was totally fine.
God is good. He likes me having dairy.
Yeah.
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 He's preparing me. Yeah. So
that's when you knew that I will always love you. And
I appreciate that.
Friendship is not conditional on. It's just not conditional.
On bowel movements.
Bowel movement.
So my socks aren't matching. We're going to throw away my socks.
And where were we before I interrupted and laughed about that memory?
Yeah, that's a very TMI story. So
but
happy
nothing happened,
everyone's-
so it's okay.
Nothing happened. Yep.
Full bowel control. Nothing.
I know. I just hate sharing that I was vegan too. I don't want people to know that.
Oh,
That's fine.
that's part of your story.
Recovering. That's like it's my
And
new
like,
term.
also, no offense to all the vegans who still choose that lifestyle.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Let's digress. Where
Let's
were
digress.
we?
Best
We were talking
friends.
about.
Oh, that you don't sit in the pit with me.
Oh yeah, there we
Yeah.
go. We're caught up.
Yeah.
Okay, go
You
ahead.
don't sit in the pit with me.
Don't
And
sit in the pit. What does that mean?
it's like if I'm doing something or like it's not like you just like sit there sulk with me, or like if I'm, talking poorly about, like a boy or something, you're not like, oh yeah, screw him, like blah, blah, blah. It's like God called you for a higher purpose, and like you just remind me of like God's path for me and God's love. And yeah, it's like you have a standard for my life and you like call me up to that.
Oh my goodness, that's the sweetest thing anyone's ever said.
But it's true. And like
Thank
you're
you.
an example of that. You live that out. And yeah, it's just like it's a nice reminder to have like not just the accountability buddy, but like the friendship that you can be vulnerable with and openly share and just move forward with in life together on a similar path.
That's so lovely.
Yeah, I transitioned well.
That's that is like the highest compliment that I think I can ever receive. So
Receive.
thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Holy Fans.
Yes. So what's really cool about how Holy Fans came to be is like God planted the desire in our hearts individually. And then we kind of we were hiking one day and we were just like both kind of talking about something that we want to do. And we're like, oh my goodness, you want to do the same thing. So yeah, do you want to share how God had placed that in your heart?
Yeah, sure. From my recollection,
This was many years ago.
yeah, at least a couple years now. First of all, love testimonies. I think testimonies are amazing. And I had just gone to someone else's church. They invited me for this little ladies' brunch church thing. And I sat across from the table from this lovely woman and her daughter. And I got to hear their testimony and was just like amazed by it. Like, such a cool story. And she has agreed to come on here. So we're really excited to share her story. But I just remember like just being so pumped about it and like on fire and like wanting to share her testimony also with other people. And so you and I had decided to go to this place just outside of Edmonton and go on a little hike. And we were just having a conversation about how the people in our lives, we just like so badly want them to know God.
Mm-hmm.
And like, how can we minister to them, or how can we just like share God's love? And it's not necessarily our job, but like, how can we be like seed planters? And just like almost just the sadness that like people don't know him.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had shared with Michelle this story that I had just learned about, and we were like, oh, like if more people could just hear this story, like it would impact so many people's lives. Oh yeah, I also just like was recently talking to some guy who had started, like he teaches people how to do podcasting or something, and I was having a conversation about that, and it planted a seed. But I'm like, like I don't really know what this podcast would be about. If I did start one,
yeah, you had the desire to like, I would like to have start a podcast. I don't know what it would be about, but I know I want it to be about Jesus.
Yeah, totally. So it was just like all in this like one big conversation that we were having. I'm pretty sure. In the end, I think we had decided that this would be such a cool opportunity to provide a platform for people to be able to share their testimonies.
Yeah, I think it might have been like 3 years ago now. You can go back to like my testimony too, but like I've just been on this journey of like submitting my life to Jesus and like really living for him, and my relationship with him was growing after being years of kind of just like being lukewarm. And so I had this like passion and vigor, I guess, for God and Jesus. And at the beginning of the year, my church was going through a sermon series, and it was just going over some of those like stories you hear as kids, but you kind of think, when you think back on them, you're like, oh, that's a really cool story. And it's like, no, these actually happened. Like Moses, with his staff in the water really did like part the sea, and the Israelites walked through it. And God really did send an angel into the furnace with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego when they refused to bow down to an idol. And he saved them from this furnace that was cranked up 7 times hotter, and even the soldiers throwing them in got burnt up and died. And these Jews walked out without a singed hair on their head and a scorched garment. Like,
so wild.
They were completely saved. And Daniel in the lion's den, like God shut the mouths of ferocious lions so that he can continue to use Daniel. And like Gideon's army, like there's just so many of them where like God has done miraculous, profound things. Oh, and like Joshua's army as well. And like God held the sun in the sky, and he didn't let night fall. So like this army can continue. Like, it's just miraculous. And there's no other explanation for it other than God stepped in. And it's just a reminder that we serve the same God today. Like, he hasn't changed. Like, we serve the same God as we did from the stories in the Old Testament when he was doing all of those miraculous things. And I'm just like, those same things he can do today if he chooses to. And he is doing miracles today. It's just like, we just need a platform to like hear about them.
Yeah.
And totally. So when we had those conversations about, and like, I think my church had just done a baptism Sunday as well. And those testimonies from baptisms are so powerful. And so I was just like fired up before our walk. And I'm like, God is amazing. And he is still doing big, bold, miraculous things. And revealing himself in bold ways. And I'm just like, I just want to hear those stories, and I would love to provide a platform for other people to hear those stories too, because they're not told, or they're not that they're not told, but they're not spread as easily. So
Totally.
yeah, that was kind of my side of it, where God was kind of planting that in my heart. And yeah, we went on a hike, and we were both like sharing each other's, sharing our stories. And we're like, I would love to do a podcast. I would love to do a podcast. And then there just came a moment where we looked at each other and we're like, are you serious?
Yeah. Are you serious?
Because I'm serious.
Like, I'm considering it to be serious.
Yeah. And I think we just like walked out of that and we were just like, so we're doing this.
Yeah. And it's like gone way more serious.
I mean, we're doing this.
We're here. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But like, I think from what was just like this little, like, yeah, be a fun little side project, has turned into something that has been so purposeful and something that like we actually like want to make a deal out of it,
Yeah. And like actually feeling this is God's purpose. Like this is, like you say, it's purposeful. It doesn't feel like, oh, I'm just doing this on a whim. It's of my own desires. It's like, no, this actually came from God.
Yeah.
He's planted it in our hearts, and he's made the way. Like, we've had so many issues with, I mean, we're just two girls. We don't know anything about tech or editing or software. And
but God has like put people in our path to
absolutely
like help us. So thank you. If any of you are listening,
provided everyone that we've needed. And that was all his hand at work and just providing it to make a way. So
yeah, I'm grateful. But also on the other side of it too, it's like it took us a long time to get where we are now because of like all the technology and issues that we were having and the distractions in our lives. But I think like it was all worth it still too, because I'm like, I knew that like this is going to be big. I don't know how big it is, but like big in like it could just impact one person's life. One person's life.
Yep. God willing,
it will impact people's life. And I'm just excited about that because I think because I know that it's going to be a big deal and it's purposeful and it's got a place in our lives, like I still think as long as it took, I'm taking it seriously. I want it to be something so that wait is worth it.
Absolutely.
For us to be in a place where like where our hearts are, our mindset, our heart set, it's worth it because now like we can be steadfast and like hopefully have that endurance to like keep on going.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense.
It does, especially when you're like talking about it's so important to have the proper posture
totally.
of your heart to go into something like this, because we genuinely ask God, like, we submit this to you. It's intended just to glorify you, to share the stories of works that you have already done in people and will continue to do, and just like erase any kind of pride or any kind of like self-serving intent.
Yeah.
Get rid of that. And just it's all for him.
Absolutely. And we're excited. We're excited for like people to continue to be put in our path and like share more stories. And if you know of anyone, hit us in our DMs.
Yeah. So that's Kaylee and Michelle, and that's how Holy Fans came to be.
Do you want to say that more seriously and less mockingly?
This is just so us.
Yeah.
We are just these goofballs.
Yeah. It's probably the most natural podcast, which is good. That's good. That's what we want.
Gotta be authentic.
That's what we want.
Scene. I love. Can we finish them all like that?